EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for December 7th, 2023. It is Thursday, and for you history buffs, it is Pearl Harbor Day today. North Penn Car Wash in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania sponsors the Thursday video forecast. Keep your vehicle looking great all the time and stop wasting your money on those costly individual washes with North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club. You can join at a very low price starting at just $13.95 per month, and it's the only place where weather doesn't matter. Leaf season is just about over. Most of the leaves are off the trees now. And very soon we're going to be dealing with snow, ice, roadway, salt, and brine. We have a little bit of snow today. I don't know if it's going to really mess up the roads too much. You can take the worry out of having your fresh wash ruined without having to break the bank in order to keep your car or truck clean with North Penn Car Wash's Unlimited Car Wash Club. You can stop by as often as you like within the calendar month to get a fresh wash for that one low monthly rate. They are North Penn Car Wash, 986 Sumneytown Pike in Lansdale, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Proud sponsors of the Thursday video forecast. And again, I just mentioned in the opening there that there are going to be some snow showers, light snow and snow showers this morning across a good portion of the region. Not everywhere, but most. We had a little bit of that yesterday, a little snow shower activity. Some places got quick coating of on the ground, and mostly non-paved and elevated surfaces. And I think that's largely what we're dealing with today. But I can't rule out if you get a heavier burst, especially north of I-78, when you get up into the higher elevations, that you can get some side roads, get a quick coating on them. It probably won't last too long, though, but I don't think it's something that really needs to be treated necessarily. It probably is going to, as soon as it stops, it's probably going to melt pretty quickly on its own, much to the chagrin of you snowplow guys that are making money off salt runs. But, maybe up the higher peaks of the Poconos, you might have some of that, but I just don't think it's going to be too much in the lower elevations, except for something very briefly in a heavier burst coming through. So this is the wave. It's actually a quick moving short wave that's moving across Lake. Get my Great Lakes right here, right. Now, this is Erie. It's Ontario. Lake Huron. I always get these confused. So it's sitting over Lake Huron right now, and if you look at the current radar, it actually matches what the NAM has, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But this is just a quick wave that moves over mostly the interior areas, but is going to get into parts of New Jersey as well today. And you will have some minor accumulations on, again, mostly non-paved and elevated surfaces. Here is the NAM high-res future simulated radar. I'm actually starting us off at present timestamp when I'm recording this video, which is just before midnight, and this is exactly what the radar looks like right now, where it is extending up northward. Lake Huron is up further north than this, so the bulk of this is up north, but there's this little appendage, if you will, that's sticking down and touching Lake Erie, and that's exactly what's happening on the radar right now. So there's no, as far as timing looks like it's spot on. And what we're going to expect here on Thursday morning is also going to be probably spot on here. So this is going to continue to move southeast overnight. And this is, if you're watching this in the morning, it's already occurred. So the best timing of this is going to be starting at about 6 a.m. out here when you get out to Lock Haven, Williamsport. Maybe about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the morning, it starts off there and works its way southeast from there. And you have light snow and snow showers overspreading, getting all the way down to the almost Philadelphia here, and actually does get to Philadelphia at one point. But some of the areas in the interior could have some, light to moderate snow for a little bit while this is taking place. But this is going to be a very fast-moving wave, and it's going to dissipate most likely for most areas by noon. Okay, it might linger to like 1 o'clock or something, but most areas are done by noon. Further southeast, this doesn't get here until about 8 a.m. In our farther southeastern areas, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's not going to last too long there. That's why you're not going to get as much, but you can get a quick burst of snow in that mess and get some minor accumulations with that. We're looking at generally a coating to an inch across most areas up in here. This is, these are all, anywhere in this area here is a coating to an inch right in there. So that includes much of north central PA, parts of northeast PA, all the way down to the Lehigh Valley, in fact, and Berks County. And then we get outside of that circle, you have an additional band that kind of goes like this around it. That's a coating to a ½ inch. Okay, so that's because it's kind of running out of steam as it's moving. This is all pushing off in this direction. So The most robust snowfall, if you will, because this is not a robust thing, is going to be up in these areas. We did send text alerts for this yesterday for the areas affected. So if you got a text alert, if you're subscribed, you should know what you're going to get today. And it's pretty cut and dry. It's not a big system, but it's kind of one of those mood flakes type things where it gets you in the mood for winter. For those of you getting excited, I saw some of you yesterday. I mean, hey, even I was posting a video of the snow falling because it's first one's exciting. After that, it kind of gets to be a pain. The longer you go through winter, the older you get. Now, I mean, some of you probably disagree with that because you absolutely love any kind of snow you can get, and we've been snow starved for the past couple years, and I get it. But as you get older, it loses its flavor. As what I like to say about it. So after this moves out, whatever you're gonna have is gonna melt this afternoon. We get up into many areas get up in the 40s. You see the spread today is 39 to 44. So when the sun comes out later today, it's gonna melt off, kind of like yesterday did for those areas that got some snow showers. And then we have a much milder day here on Friday with a mix of clouds and sun and 50 degrees or either side of 50 degrees. The spread there above me, 47 to 54. So that's a pretty good, either side of 50 there across the entire region. We go a couple degrees warmer on Saturday, but we're going to call it partly to mostly cloudy as the next system comes in. I'm keeping this as a precipitation type radar for precipitation type map here on purpose because there's a little bit of a change from what I showed you yesterday. In the next couple days, not just today, but also through Friday, we're going to watch trends and as the northern stream is sampled. So the speed of the northern stream has changed a little bit from what I showed yesterday. We had a big amped low going into the eastern Great Lakes. That is no longer the case. This low pressure that is in the Mississippi Valley area, lower Mississippi Valley, is going to ride the Appalachians instead, according to the latest runs. And you can see that going right up the spine of the Appalachians, which is right up here. That's the spine of the Appalachians. And you got a series of low pressure moving across the spine of the Appalachians, bringing a rain threat. And what this did by moving eastward and being more progressive is it cut down on the severe threat that we're going to have here potentially on Sunday. As far as severe thunderstorms, there still could be a convective-like squall line come through with some gusty winds. But the pressure gradient is not quite as great as it was yesterday because we didn't have this big wrapped-up 976 millibar low like we showed yesterday. And it's still strong, but we're just sub 1,000 here. But by doing this and being flatter and more progressive, you now have a wintry component on the back side of this, okay, that wasn't there yesterday. As a matter of fact, I even said yesterday that there was no wintry component to this, and that's because, as shown a day ago, it was a lot more amped of a system that cut to the west, and it kind of went up like this, really strong, and you invited a strong southerly flow, and you had a really tight pressure gradient, and no wintry component. Well, now, because it's flatter and more progressive, there is a backside snow potential. Now, the European model is quite aggressive with this, getting snow into at least north-central Pennsylvania, and I think that's the highest probability for any back-end snow to occur, would be across Williamsport, Lock Haven, up in those areas, back to State College. When you get up in Northeast PA, it might be a little bit less, but still some changeover at the end, like Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, places like that. When you get up to the New York, Pennsylvania border, up in Susquehanna County, Bradford County, Tioga County, places like that could get a changeover before this ends. I think further southeast, you're going to need another move here, another big shift in the phase point of this system in order to get any kind of snow further southeast, okay? It's just not really there because we're going to go from probably 60 degrees or thereabout for highs on Sunday ahead of the system. And on the opposite side of that, you're going to be temperatures are going to come down, but it can't come down. It can only come down so fast. I mean, you're going to go from 60s to you're expecting 30s for it to stick. And the cold air catches up to it here in the interior, and I think it's the best call right now for any areas to get some minor accumulations. We'll keep an eye on this, obviously, but it will certainly be breezy, most notably Sunday evening and overnight. And the wind gust, probably top-end gusts, the ceiling of those top-end gusts are not as high as it looked yesterday, but because the system's not quite as amped, and if that trend continues, then we could be talking about some 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts instead of 40 to 50 plus, which is what it looked like yesterday, okay? Rainfall should be a decent amount out of this. For those that are just getting rain, we're looking at probably about an inch and a half out of this, if not more in some areas. But that's all a finely tuned detail that we'll iron out later in the week. But right now, it looks like just a morning leftover rain or snow shower Monday morning. And then that's out of here. And then Tuesday is a mostly sunny day and a mix of sun and clouds here on Wednesday of next week, with temperatures not too far from average, but maybe very slightly below. And it does look like it does look like that once we get past this system, we're going to be dry through the at the end of next week. Okay, so this is just a big system we have to get through, and it's going to come in on Sunday afternoon. It looks like for any rain, the rain starts coming in on Sunday afternoon. To move this over to a regular map now. We can see this is Sunday morning. There's really maybe an isolated shower early on, but I think the bulk of this is afternoon and especially evening and overnight with the heavier rain coming through. And then that will wrap up early Monday morning. We're going to have more details on this throughout the week. Well, actually, the rest of the week we have Friday's video, of course, and then the weekend video forecast will give the most detail of all once we have this completely ironed out with all the details from rain, wind, and even snow, and maybe some thunderstorms involved as well. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for December 7th, 2023. Have a great Thursday.